Hello, guys, and welcome to the next update on Invest 93B. And as you can see, it's starting to get itself together here, but we'll go over that here in a moment. Okay, this is located 15.6 north, 89.0 east. Maximum sustained winds are 35 knots or 40 miles an hour. Minimal central pressure is at 994 millibars. So you can see that this is deepening pretty nicely here. All right, let's look at the long floater here. And as you can see, it's starting to really get its act together here. As you can see, thunderstorms are starting to rotate around one center here, and that's the goal here. Earlier today, there was two vertices that were trying to compete with one another to see who gets control of the potential tropical cyclone that is developing here in the Bay of Bengal. But it seems like one of them has finally taken over, and now we're seeing the rapid organization of this tropical cyclone before our very eyes here. And this is a very dangerous situation for people in Bangladesh, India, and whatever other surrounding areas that this tropical cyclone may hit or bring impacts from. So people along the coast of India and Bangladesh, please pay attention to what's going on here. Um, this is the second tropical cyclone in the Indian Ocean in like the past like week and a half. So it's it's a little bit busy right now in the Indian Ocean. So please be careful. Be mindful. Please listen to your local management for any instructions on how to evacuate from the coast. Get a safe distance inland and all of that. Okay, so here is the 18Z This came out around 5:30 Eastern Daylight Time, and as you can see, this is 6 hours from now, right? This is 6 hours from now, and in 6 hours it has a 984 millibar, tropical cyclone. So we're gonna see here what the wind shear is looking like on this. It's 23 knots, so it's iffy at best. And now you can see a strengthening tropical cyclone here. Um, 980 millibars, and we got 16 knots of shear, which is very much favorable for tropical development. 48 hours, 965 millibars. Now we're in the strong Category 3 status here. Mid grade to strong Category 3. Wind shear is 17 knots, and don't worry, guys. We're gonna take a look at another version of the wind shear here shortly. All right, so that's favorable, and now we're gonna go 60 hours out. Look at this. It's making landfall at 951 millibars, which is a pretty decent Category 3 tropical cyclone here. It's working with 12 knots of shear, so it's going to probably be strengthened right up to landfall. This is 60 hours out. And as you can see, there's 3 days out, 964 millibars. And it's definitely a rainmaker still, and right into the coast of India. Those poor people in India cannot catch a break at all, and I'm really sorry just to hear that at this point. The landfall in India seems to be likely, but the strength of the system is yet to be determined at this point. All right, so here's 96. It's starting to rain itself out. It still has some pretty nice winds in it because you can see the tightly wrapped isobars here as we go forward. 120. It's a pretty much it's still a rainmaker, but the winds are pretty much died down at this point in time. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at the wind shear here, and as you can see, it's in this small little pocket of favorable conditions. Like it's right in the middle of favorable conditions and moderate shear, which the GFS pretty much told us with the wind shear of the estimates on the other thing of the GFS. So we're gonna get 24 hours here, and as you can see, this low pressure here is pretty much right on this little slither of favorable conditions here. So 48 hours is kind of iffy, but it might be in a small amount of favorable conditions, and all the way up to landfall, which is 66 hours out. Looks like a little slither of favorable conditions that are still, aiding this thing to landfall. So the shear situation is going to be pretty, interesting to find out as we go out through time. Okay, so here is the ECMWF, or the European, as we like to call it, King Euro, which I don't think it's really king anymore, but we'll roll with the opinions another time. You know what I mean? Well, anyways, this was initialized at 12Z today, and as you see, this is at 995 millibars. So 24 hours, it's 986 millibars, and it's starting to try to rapidly tight around, wrap these isobars tight around after the battle with the two vertices that was taking place. There's 48 hours and it has a 977 millibars, which is a high end Cat 2, low end Cat 3 status. And then it's inland at 72 hours, but I'm going to go ahead and say about 66 or 63 hours is landfall to the European. So here we are. It's inland. It's 982 millibars, so still a wind and rainmaker. 992 starts to wound down with the winds at least, but still probably causing a hell of a lot of rain. And 994, pretty much the same deal as the last 24-hour increment. So that is what the European is wanting to show us. But here we're going to look at something different. I don't usually show the HWRF run, but once a low pressure system really starts to get going, the HWRF is pretty reliable. So this is 3 hours out from now, from the 18Z run, and as you can see, it's a 993 millibar, system here. Can we see wind shear here? I think we can. Shear is at 7 knots, so the HWRF has virtually very low shear here, which is amazing. So we're gonna go out 24 hours. 24 hours, there we go. It's 975 millibars. So it's deepening rather quickly from the HWRF. Um, ooh, the wind shear is ugly here, man. 32 knots. I don't know how accurate that is, but considering that it's 975 millibars and it's deepening rapidly. Um, 48 hours. We've got a 958 millibar cyclone here. We take a look at the wind shear values, and it's still high. Okay, so maybe HWRF is not reliable with wind shear. I mean, I don't think it is anyways. And it wants to make landfall at a 946 millibar, cyclone here, which is that's getting to be Cat 4 status here. And then it just rains itself out, going inland. We're gonna go all the way, pretty much, and pretty much it's done in 5 days. So that's the situation with this potential tropical cyclone here. Um, I will have more updates tomorrow for sure, and uh, I want everybody in India and Bangladesh to pay attention to this. This thing is gonna be a massive storm. A massive storm. It's already pretty big. Um, even if it makes landfall in Bangladesh, it's still going to bring impacts to India, and if it, makes landfall in India, it's going to be bringing impacts to Bangladesh. So no matter where this makes landfall, there's going to be impacts far and wide. So please pay attention, like I said, to local management, and you know, pay attention to your weather channel or your local news station, or tune in to me, and I'll help you guys out as well. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back again with some more updates tomorrow.